everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dr. Holly, sex and relationship therapist, and today I want to talk to you about something that so many people struggle with, and that is how to talk about sex with your partner. Let's get into it. Talking about sex can feel awkward or even scary, but open communication is the key to a satisfying and fulfilling sex life. And this is something I see folks struggle with all the time when they come into my office. They might even be having sex, but it is completely silent and both parties are unsatisfied because they're so scared to talk about what's happening. So if you feel like you might be stuck or unsure of where to begin, stick around. I've got you covered. And also make sure to take a look below where I'll be providing some free resources for conversation starters to get you and your partner comfortable talking about sex. Let's start by talking about why discussing sex can be so challenging. Now, in my work with couples, I've noticed a few common reasons that might happen, starting with shame and stigma. Many of us grew up in environments in which sex was considered taboo or not openly discussed. This can make it hard to bring it up with partners without feeling embarrassed or ashamed. I mean, think about how you grew up. Was sex something that your parents or your family openly talked about? Or was it something that was more implied to be shameful about? This can certainly have an impact on how we do or don't talk about sex with our partners as adults. The second reason I see couples struggling to talk about sex is lack of vocabulary. I mean, think about it. It's hard to talk about something when you don't have the words. Many people have a hard time expressing themselves and putting the right words to what it is they're struggling with sexually in a way that feels natural and comfortable. Another reason I see folks struggling to talk about sex is that they have this fear of rejection. A lot of times we worry that if we express our concerns or our desires, our partners might judge us, or worse, reject us. So this fear of rejection can certainly hold us back from speaking how we feel. Another thing I see, and this is huge, is fear of hurting your partner's feelings. Somebody might feel like they love their partner very much and they feel very close to them and can talk to them about anything, but there's this one thing in their relationship that they can't talk about, and a big part of it is they worry that they might hurt their partner's feelings. So this fear of hurting the person that you love so much by sharing something that you feel could be better about your sex lives can certainly make people hesitant to open up. Lastly, past experiences. Negative or even traumatic past experiences around talking about sex can make sex a sensitive subject, leading to discomfort in communication. For example, somebody might have had an experience with a partner in the past, or even their current partner, in which they tried to express a desire or a concern that they had, and the partner reacted really poorly, or maybe it just didn't go as smoothly as they liked. So these past experiences can certainly influence our current experiences and potential avoidance of communicating about sex altogether. Now that we know some of the common challenges that folks face when talking about sex, let's jump into how you can have more positive conversations about sex with your partner. Number one is to start small. Remember, you don't have to jump all the way into the deep end when it comes to talking about sex and intimacy. Rather, start with things that are more lighter or more fun to help you feel closer to your partner. For example, you might ask, what is your favorite thing that we do in the bedroom together? Or what's your favorite position? Or one question that I like that is very light and really easy is something like, what song comes to mind when you think about sex? Having these little small bite-sized pieces of stepping into talking about sex can help kind of set up the stage to talk about more intense or more emotionally involved parts of your sex life. Number two, choose the right time and place. Timing is everything, so I often recommend to avoid bringing up sex during an argument or when you're both stressed. Also, avoid doing it right after you've had sex and maybe something didn't go so well. Instead, choose a time in which you are both calm and, of course, in a private setting where the two of you can talk openly about your intimacy. Tip number 3 is to use I statements. So rather than saying something like, "You never initiate intimacy," try saying, "I feel more connected to you when we prioritize intimacy." Using these I statements helps to keep the conversation non-blaming and more constructive by focusing on how you personally feel emotionally and what you'd like to change. Number 4 is to normalize the conversation. Make talking about sex a regular part of your relationship. The more you do it, the easier it's going to get. So it can be helpful to think about doing regular relationship check-ins or check-ins on your intimacy as you would check in with things like household chores or future plans. You might ask your partner something like, "Hey, how are you feeling our intimacy is going this week?" Or, "Is there some way you'd like to better connect this week?" This way you can keep the conversations about sex and intimacy going and get more practice. Number 5 is be open to feedback. Healthy communication is a two-way street, so make sure that you encourage your partner to share their thoughts and feelings as well. And be willing to listen without getting defensive. Think about it. If your partner is sharing some sexual feedback they have with you or expressing a concern they have, it's actually a good thing. This means that they feel comfortable enough to share, to be vulnerable with you, and likely that this is something that they would like to work on together. So take it as that. Take any feedback from your partner as an opportunity for you to work together on what could be a really integral part of your relationship. Lastly, tip number 6 is to use resources. If you're feeling unsure of where to begin, I've created a free resource with questions to help you and your partner break the ice and start having more meaningful conversations about sex. You can find that linked in the description below. Additionally, there are a ton of amazing sex therapists who are trained to hold the space for you and your partner to have constructive and meaningful conversations about sex. So if you feel like you can use the support of a third party, know that they're out there. Talking about sex might feel uncomfortable at first, but it does get easier, and it can make you and your partner closer than ever. Like most things in life, it really just takes practice and you making the first move. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with somebody whom you think might benefit. And let me know in the comments, what has been your biggest challenge when it comes to talking about sex? Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and remember, you deserve a healthy, happy, and pleasurable life.